Hello and welcome everybody to my channel, and it's Masood, and in today's episode I want to introduce you with a professional topic in react.js. I mean the higher order components. Higher order components are coming from JavaScript higher order functions. They are the same, but here in React we have components. And all we know that every component is a kind of object for us. And it basically is something that you can pass your component to it in order to improve it, enhance it, and then it will return another component, a new component for you that you can use it. Higher order components is an advanced topic in React.js that we can use it in order to reduce our code complexity and redundancy. Why do we need to use higher order components in React.js? It will help us to reduce our project structure complexity. It will help us to have reusable logics inside our project instead of writing a piece of code everywhere for 1,000 times, and therefore it will help us to do the software development process faster and easier. So be with us to see how we can use HOCs in React with a practical example to see how it's going. Okay, here as you can see, I have a really simple project. There's a drop down and I can select the name of my user, and it will bring us the avatar and the name of user for us here, and it will use JavaScript Fetch API to download the required data for us. And as you can see here, I have a loading text. When I select another name in the list, it will show me a loading text, and after the data is loaded, it will hide it and show me again the avatar and name of the user. It's kind of loading, and in this project I want to show you here. Let me show you first and then explain. Here inside I have a profile container which actually does every logic related and business related jobs in my page, and also I have a profile component near it, and it's just doing the UI thing for me, and it just get the data from the container for me and show it. And as you can see here, I checked if the state is loading, it should show the loading text for me, and otherwise it should show the profile component for me. And for example, it's a really basic loading. You may want to have customized loading text or having an indicator for loading or more details. And if you have several components, you need to repeat this conditional phrase and this loading code again and again in every area of your project. And when your project starts growing, your code will be a little messy and complex. And it's not about just loading. We can do lots of things using HOCs to reduce our codes. But here I just focused on the loading part to show you how we can use HOCs in React. Okay, let's write our first HOC. Here I want to create a new folder. I name it HOCs. I want to put all my HOCs here. It depends on your project structure, whether you want to use this name or not. It depends on you. Okay, let's name it with loading JS file, and it will be same as a normal component with only a bit differences. Okay, import react for me, and then I need a function. I want to call it with loading, and it will accept another component as a wrapped component, and also I want to return a class, and it doesn't need to have a name, and I want to extend it from a component. And you can use here class components, or if you are comfortable with function components, you can use them as well. It doesn't matter. Render, and here I want to check if is loading props was true. I want to render loading text, or we can have our loading spinner or something else here. Let's take it simple as possible. Okay, and otherwise I want to render my component, and I need to pass all the states, all the props. These are props. Yes, I just need to export my component, export default with loading. Yes, we wrote our first basic HOC in React, and you can see that we are just passing our component to this function, and we are somehow enhancing this component with adding an ability to show loading if the loading props was true. Before using this component, I just want to say please subscribe to my channel, and if you see this tutorial helpful for others as well, please thumbs up underneath this video. It really helps me for my content to be shown for other developers as well. Okay, let's use it here inside my profile. The only thing that I need to do is, instead of exporting my profile component directly, I want to use my HOC named with loading, like the connect function of the Redux, because that is also an HOC. Okay, profile. So my component will be passed with loading function, and all this logic will apply on my component. And the only thing that I need is to get rid of this loading logic here and remove it. I just need it, and remove other parts and pass this loading as a prop to my component. So it will pass here, and my with loading component will show me loading text if it was true. Okay, let's see. Does it work for us or not? Yes, it works perfectly. Oh, we have a cat here. Yes, one of our users is a cat. Okay, guys, you saw that how easily it is to use HOCs in React, and it was a basic example of HOCs. You can have more complicated HOCs using combining it somehow with Redux and React states can bring you better and better HOCs. Uh, I want to say that you saw here inside this project, I don't need to use the loading logic anymore in each component that I have. And just passing is loading, and using with loading HOC will help this problem for me, and it's totally uh, reusable. For more information, I suggest you watching these videos. Thank you guys. Have a nice rest of the day.